Hey guys, welcome back to Thankfully Packed. My name is Chris, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 7 trailing plants, perfect for shelves or hanging baskets. Just beautiful, easy growers that love to trail and that I absolutely love in my collection. So hopefully this gives you some ideas for your own, and in general, I just want to show off these awesome plants. Let's get started. Okay, starting off strong at number 7 is the Scindapsus Silvery Ann. She's not the fastest grower in the world, but those silvery splashes on the leaves, you guys, oof. Absolutely worth it. She's subtle and so gorgeous. The leaves have this really awesome velvety feel and look, plus when the light hits it right, it basically shimmers. Hard to capture on camera, but in person it's really stunning. And it propagates really easily. This is my mother plant. As you can see, this is a recent propagation that I took from this mother plant, and it's trailing beautifully on its own too. I love this one because it looks good in basically any pot that I put it in. I feel like this one drapes really easily and definitely a different look than the Pothos or the Philodendron, the way the leaves come out. And they all kind of want to face the same way, so this one ends up looking really full very easily. Number 6, the Marble Queen Pothos. Now, she's not going to blow you away with speed compared to the less variegated Pothos, but when she fills in, you guys, she is such a vibe. She gives you that creamy marbled look that's just classic, and I know it might seem a little basic to put her on the list, but I mean, look at her, I had to. But yeah, she's dependable and she's got that instant shelf charm. The Marble Queen is near and dear to my heart because it is just so pretty and it's really, really easy. Even though it has some variegation, it's not a fussy plant at all. So I would definitely recommend this for beginners as well. Pothos are just in general really, really great plants. Once again, I love to have mine trail on my shelf, but if you look this up on a stake, oh my goodness, the plant's leaves can get huge, absolutely gorgeous. Every single one is also different, which is really fun. So I like to just go around and look at each leaf every now and then, because sometimes you will get a beautiful half moon like this where it's green and then variegated on the other half. Sometimes you can get a totally green leaf depending on how much light it's getting. And other times you'll just get a beautifully variegated leaf all the way around. Super easy, super low maintenance, a perfect plant to make more little babies of. You just propagate this. I love to prop them in water. Again, they root very quickly, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Gorgeous plant to add to your shelves. At number 5, I have to put the Philodendron Brasil. This one grows quick, it's low maintenance, and the leaves literally look like someone hand painted them. If you want easy color, this one's definitely it. I love the painted look of these lime green stripes. It's colorful without being over the top, I would say, and it trails like a champ once it gets going. Another super duper easy plant. I water this one when it's basically all the way dry. Just lift up the pot and I can tell now when it has water versus when it doesn't. It gives out the most gorgeous heart-shaped leaves, and what I love about the Philodendron Brasil is that it is variegated, but it's not difficult. A lot of variegated plants require like certain lighting and they're kind of fussy. If you give it too much, they'll burn. Not this one. This is so great. And I've been getting so many different leaves just on this one plant. So they are characterized by this nice lime green stripe down the middle. However, this one has a tendency to grow how it wants. So this one, for example, has a lot of green. It's kind of sectoral, as you can see. Then I have other leaves that are just kind of doing what they want. So they are really unique, every single one. And it's just such an easy plant. It's really perfect for a shelf that you kind of just want some drama to, because it grows so long. Super easy to propagate, by the way. You just cut in between these nodes right here where you would see a new growth coming out, and it will branch out, and the ones that you do propagate grow roots so quickly. I love this plant. The Brasil is just absolutely super reliable. It's a great little pop if you have mostly solid colored leaves on your shelves already. This is a great one to just give instant jungle vibes. I love this plant. Can't recommend it enough. Coming in hot at number 4 is the Hoya Tricolor, also called the Crimson Princess. She's got those pink blushy leaves with the creamy centers, and she'll happily trail if you let her. She's not Pothos fast by any means, but I would say she makes up for it with the drama. She's thick, she's waxy, she's low maintenance. All the things I like in a trailing plant. This one is absolutely amazing, and actually I typically have it trellised because I love the way it looks when it's really bushy. I do have a few main vines, but in general I keep this one trellised. However, you can 100% grow this as a trailing plant in a basket or just let it trail off your shelf. Something I absolutely love about this plant is that it can really be different from one moment to the next. So I have a few vines that throw off these beautiful cream green variegated leaves. There's pink in it. It's perfect. But it can also throw out pretty much just green leaves, just like this. However, it really depends on how much light you give it, direct sunlight or grow lights. It can really sun stress it, and the new growth comes in really pretty, really dark if you give it that sun stress, like I said, and this will fade into a beautiful pink. I don't have any examples right now because most of mine have started to just get into its final color. This vine right here has a bunch of variegated leaves, and I could even chop this to encourage more of those to grow. However, because I gave it a little bit less direct light, they started to turn green, but honestly, I love it either way. Also, because it has these really thick, waxy leaves, it makes it super duper low maintenance. You really don't have to do too much with this plant. Like I said, if you want to play around with the lighting to get different colors on the leaves, that's totally fine, but it really does not need a ton of watering. I water this one when it's basically bone dry, and it gives me plenty of new growth, so just keep that in mind because it really is great for beginners, especially if you don't have Hoyas. I would start with this one. It's pretty basic, like most people will say. However, it's basic for a reason. It's great. It doesn't require a lot. It's not too fussy. I would definitely give this one a go. Top 3, baby! The Snow Queen Pothos. Tons of white variegation, super crisp. She is slower because of all that white, which just means there's less chlorophyll and it just, grows slower. But when she's happy, she's stunning. She just glows on a shelf. Definitely one of my favorites. I think of this one as the Marble Queen's brighter cousin. As you can see, it definitely has a lot more white to it, which gives it a cleaner, crisp look. However, again, this one is deceivingly easy to grow because it really does not require a lot. It does obviously like more light. It will give you more brighter variegation, but it can survive in low light situations and it won't throw a fit if you don't water it. I leave this on my porch and water it maybe once a week in the summer. So as you can see, it's still very happy and it loves to trail. Like I said, it does require more light in order to keep this super bright variegation, but it's still a very easy grower. Second place goes to the Philodendron Micans. Honestly, I had a really hard time not picking this one as number 1, but the velvet leaves alone are reason enough to love this plant. Then you get those bronze and purple tones in the right light, and yeah, she's a star. This is one of my more fun plants. I love the texture of the leaves. If you can't tell, they are extremely soft, extremely velvety. And it also takes on a more bronze hue depending on how much direct light you give it. The new growth also grows in a really pretty color just like this. As you can see, it loves to trail. This is in a really tiny, like 4-inch pot, and look how much trailing it's already doing. It's super moody and gives like a very romantic vibe. I absolutely love this plant. All right, you guys, drum roll please. My number 1 trailing plant is the Neon Pothos. Bright, bold, fast, and totally low maintenance. Plus, she always stands out. Honestly, I don't think I will ever get tired of this one. The Neon Pothos. What else do I need to say? This one is pure brightness. The Neon Pothos is just perfect for shelves, especially, once again, if you have more of the traditional darker green leaves. This one is going to pop right next to them. I absolutely love the color, and you would think it would be maybe fussier because it's lighter, and it's not. It's really good for propagation. You can let it trail, you can let it climb, you can put it on your wall and let the vine stick. Whatever you want to do, this one is perfect for it. I will say that it does enjoy brighter direct light if you want a more neon color, but it will still look really good in slightly lower light situations. This one is also basically impossible to kill. Like many of the other plants on this list, it's really low maintenance. Again, I just water this one when the pot feels kind of light on my hand and I know that it doesn't have a lot of water near the roots. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I leave this one alone and it rewards me by growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. I chop this one up all the time for propagations. It is such an easy propagator because the pothos have a natural rooting hormone in them. Actually, I even throw some of these cuttings into my other plants just to give it that rooting hormone as well because they just love to grow roots. Anyways, this one is super easy and I highly recommend it if you want a nice pop of color. Absolutely gorgeous leaves. So these are my 7 trailing plants that I think are perfect for shelves or hanging baskets. They're beautiful, easy, and they just make a space feel way more alive, especially when they start trailing down. I'd love to hear from you guys, so let me know which one is your favorite, or if you have a different trailing plant that you put on your list. Don't gatekeep, drop it in the comments because I love to see what everybody else has in their collections. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If you enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like and a sub. It really helps my channel out. I post weekly here on YouTube, all kinds of planty things, so if that's your vibe, definitely hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!